Welcome back to the Salem 5 studios.
Yes.
Here on Boston has entered the chat. George Balekji and Travis Thomas. Trav, let's talk some Patriots now.
Let's do it.
So, friend of the program, Trevor Sikkema of PFF, wrote an article ranking the wide receiver rooms of all 32 NFL teams.
Okay.
Quick guess. Not putting you on the spot.
Dead last.
No such thing as a wrong answer.
Dead last.
Nope.
What?
Wrong.
What?
31st.
Oh, well, close.
That's where the Patriots wide receiver
Who the hell is
ranks.
worse than them?
Cleveland Browns.
Well, they should be last in everything ever, always.
Ownership, quarterback, culture.
Remember when we were
winning.
kids and we would play like two-hand touch football and there was an all-time quarterback? The Browns should just be the all-time last in everything. Like start every list, right? Okay,
32.
we'll start here. We know the Browns are last. Boom, and then you go.
Except Edge. Let me throw some respect.
Myles Garrett.
And quarterback.
But, okay, here's where I lost respect for him. Can't take away from him the football player.
Oh, it's all about winning. I want to win.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
didn't
got
like
the bag.
that. I didn't like that. That's corny. That's corny.
Yeah.
Everyone
got
has
the
a
bag.
price, I guess, but that's corny. You can't be like, oh, I've had this great career. I need to win now. Oh, all the money in the world? I'll stay. I love Cleveland. Come on, bro.
You know me, I'm critical of Cleveland. I'm critical of anything not on the East Coast. You give me that money, I'm living in Cleveland happily.
Yeah, that money stretches farther in
But
Cleveland.
then I'd be
right?
on the Cape in the summertime, only because I can take a helicopter there and not have to drive.
Facts.
All right, so Patriots rank 31st.
Yeah.
You have no issue with that, except for that they should be 32nd.
They should be last.
Why?
Because they suck. What do you mean, why? The best receiver that they signed this offseason, they gave too much money to, hey, come in, be a leader, be our number one, was on a damn love boat, partying, having the time of his life. What kind of leadership is that? He's coming off a major injury. He's older. There's drama every 3-2-1, probably right now as we speak with his girlfriend. Ain't nobody got time for that. And the wide receiver room still sinks with them. I don't understand how they're not last. But I know this. I know what can help. You can go out and make a move for Terry McLaurin. He's in D.C.
That'll
chilling.
bump you up.
He's not getting paid. They're miles apart on a contract extension. Boy, doesn't Terry McLaurin and Stephon Diggs sound much better than Stephon Diggs and whatever the hell else we're trotting out here.
Look, I don't see it with the Tennessee Titans. Like, Calvin Ridley's okay, but they're going to be expecting a lot from, like, what, Chimere Dike, a washed-up Tyler Lockett?
What are you talking about the
Gunnar
Titans
Helm?
for?
Because the Titans are right in front of them. I don't think this New England Patriots wide receiver room is 31st in the NFL. I don't think it's second worst in the league. You give me that look of...
The Patriots wide receiver. So you're arguing the Patriots should be higher on the list?
Yes. The Pittsburgh Steelers have DK Metcalf and who else? Roman Wilson, that's it?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Browns right now. This list is terrible. They got Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, that's it. And what, Cedric Tillman? What the Patriots have with Kyle Williams is a guy that will make an instant impact. Just watch. Just watch.
Someone who's never played before.
And he caters to Drake May's strengths.
He hasn't played a down.
That's what puts the Titans ahead. That's why you're betting on teams like the Carolina Panthers that continue to draft at the position. Teams like the New York Jets. Teams like the Las Vegas Raiders that are ahead of them because they get redundant with their receivers.
George, yes or no?
It's Kyle Wilson down the seams. It's Stephon Diggs underneath in the slot. And it is guys like a Mac Hollins, only time I'll mention him in a receiving room, that makes an impact in the red zone. With a quarterback like Drake May, he elevates it. They are not the 31st ranked wide receiver room in the league. They are not.
George, yes or no, please. Is Jerry Jeudy better than Stephon Diggs right now?
Yes.
In 2025, the year of our football lord
It's the
Drake May.
depth of the
No,
room.
just yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Calvin Ridley right now in 2025, the year of our football lord Drake May, better than Stephon Diggs, yes or no?
He was stuck with Will Levis.
Yes or no?
I like Cam Ward. I'll give him a yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The Patriots should be last on this list.
You're going top heavy on this. It's wide receiver room, and having depth at receiver does matter. Because Calvin Ridley alone, Jerry Jeudy alone, can they break defenses? Can they win games? They're not Justin Jefferson. They're not Jamar Chase. They're not Malik Neighbors. They're not one-man shows. They're not a Devontae Adams at one point when he was in Green Bay, but now him in L.A. with Puka Nacua, that's scary. This is a deep receiving room with complementary pieces. It's a lot of slots, but Kyle Williams can be that downfield receiver. And that opens up for Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper not to be bracketed and taken out of the playbook. This is a good receiving room for what they're getting.
I need a drink.
I'm not saying, okay, it's not 31st. When I say good, good is average, top 15. This is not the worst wide receiver room in the NFL.
The hell it ain't.
And that's been the state of the Patriots, though, because that leads to a bigger discussion. When you look at what the past drafts have been and what the free agency approach has been too, trying to throw the bag at a Calvin Ridley, and he says, no, I'm good. I'm going to go to a Tennessee.
They tried to get DK?
Trying to go to DK Metcalf. But you know what? I don't think they wanted him really because they could have offered a better draft pick and more money.
Yeah.
Trying to lure other guys here to New England. And whether they're not seriously in it, like Brandon Ayuk, using them as a pawn so you could get paid by the 49ers. They gone after the guys. They couldn't land them. So that's a new reality for the Patriots. They have to draft and develop. It's the only way they'll get a wide receiver here.
Yeah.
And in reality, too, we saw with the T. Higgins pursuit. I knew he was never going to hit free agency. When he got tagged,
you did call that.
It never was reality to want him.
Yeah.
When receivers are that good, if you're a wide receiver 1 or 2, you are not hitting the open market unless you way outplay what your price tag is going to be. But it's a team like the Vikings have a Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, drafted. A team like the Bengals have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, drafted. That's what it becomes. You have to be a destination. You have to be a contender. You have to have a Super Bowl pedigree quarterback like the Rams if you want to get guys from the outside, or you have to draft and develop like we see on teams on this list.
Look, you make a really great point here. It's the only thing I can agree with you on this whole damn segment is you can only take what the draft gives you, and the Patriots are going to have to rebuild this weaponry for Drake May through
It's going to take time.
Now, I will say this as it pertains to time. Two things, really. Number one, Bill Belichick ain't walking through that door. He's gone.
Which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
When it comes to the draft.
Yeah, so now you can exercise the demons of wide receiver drafts past, okay? Number two, I would say is, we see this with quarterbacks. You can only, I repeat, you can only take what the draft gives you, meaning quarterbacks now and wide receivers are more pro-ready than they've ever been. That's why you see less draft bust at both positions. So if you're the Patriots, you play the numbers. Hey, we're going to draft a wide receiver every damn year until we figure this out, right? Or two. And eventually you will hit. Eventually these guys will come into the league because now they're better equipped. The NFL runs more college-type systems, quite frankly. Tom Brady was complaining about this, remember? And everyone gave him a hard time. Well, he's right. Football has been dumbed down. It is a lot more college concepts in the pros now. So because of that, I think as you draft receivers over time, they get acclimated quicker, they blossom quicker, they develop quicker than they ever have, and eventually you will hit on 2 or 3 of them. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know about Kyle Williams. I know you're putting all the eggs in that basket, and I get it, you have to, because what the hell else are you going to do? But I know this, I can't give them better than last based on someone who hasn't played a down in the NFL. I can't do it. But eventually, you will get it right at wide receiver by drafting. I just don't believe outside of Kyle Williams, who I'm only giving you for the sake of this conversation, but the rest of these young dudes they have on the roster at wide receiver, that ain't it. Javon Baker, Polk, that ain't it.
They're not going to be on the
that
team.
ain't it. I'm sorry.
I go back to this. When you look at drafting, the Vikings, 2020 Justin Jefferson, 2023 Jordan Addison.
Woo.
With the Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown in 2021, Jameson Williams the next year, then Sam Laporta the year after. They don't have to be a wide receiver to be a pass catcher. We know that now with the NFL.
Playmakers.
With the Rams, it was Cooper Kupp in 2017, Puka Nacua 6 years later, Jordan Winnington in the 6th round in 2024. The Bengals, this is the class of it all. In 2020, it was T. Higgins in the second round, same draft as Joe Burrow. 2021, Jamar Chase. 2023, Andre Osivach, who could be that slot, the guy that replaces Tyler Boyd. He still needs to get better. But then they go out and added Jermaine Burton. And then the Seahawks, 2015, Tyler Lockett. 2019, DK Metcalf. 2023, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Because they drafted right. And over a certain stretch of time, eventually they had that 3-headed monster. They were able to trade a DK. They were able to let a Tyler Lockett walk, and they weren't having to sweat it. They added a Cooper Kupp, but JSN's now that main piece. And the Buccaneers, it's Mike Evans. 3 years later, it's Chris Godwin. It's Emeka Egbuka in this past draft. It's throwing darts, seeing what sticks, but it is continuing to pour draft assets. To your point, we see more guys, not just first rounders, throughout this draft be pro ready. That's the approach the Patriots are going with.
I'm going to tell you, if I'm the Patriots, I'm just drafting LSU wide receivers. I don't give a damn. You went to LSU? Come on down. We need you. LSU blesses us with wide receivers. I ain't never been to LSU. They ain't sending me no check. This ain't an endorsement, but I know their wide receivers can play. If I'm the Patriots, I'm in that front office. Who went to LSU on this draft board? You showing me him? Okay, that's who we want.
You know where I'm about to go with this one. for the Texans in 2021, Nico Collins.
Yeah.
2 years later, Tank Dell.
Yeah.
And what did they do in this past draft? They got my two guys, Jaden Higgins
right.
and Jalen
Both
Noel
of your dudes.
out of Iowa State.
They'll be studs.
Yes. And they're building around C.J. Stroud, and they're always going to have wide receivers under cost control. The Green Bay Packers, Christian Watson bust, but Tontavian Wicks, Jaden Reed work. They just drafted Matthew Golden, who's a really good downfield receiver to help Jordan Love.
That's right.
Savion Williams they added. He doesn't have it between the ears, but Matt LaFleur can scheme him touchdowns. That's how you build around your quarterback.